Hello, and I just wanted to make a quick update because I haven't done any videos lately, mostly because I've been really busy with school and work. I just finished printing this Halo CE logo that I got from Thingiverse. I just did it because I wanted to test out uh, some settings I changed on the 3D printer. Because as you may remember before, let's see. The 3D printers tended to make this rippling effect. Let me get in front of the light. Um, yeah, they tended to make a little rippling effect. You can see here pretty well. And that was pretty annoying. So I changed some settings and reprinted the same iPhone case. Actually, it's not reprinted, it's resized a bit. Just a couple of millimeters on the sides and on the top, so it actually fits a good on iPhone this time. iPhone 4, I should define. So as you can see here now, um, it's all smooth beside up there, which I kind of messed up on my side because I had um, the print plate too far from the nozzle for the first layer, so it didn't really spread well. But what I changed was the nozzle diameter. It said 0.4 in the software, but I think what I have is the 0.7 nozzle, which that's what they say on the website you get. So I changed it to that and it worked well. Actually, here I changed it down to 0.6 now, and it got even well, and came up pretty well. So you can see on the back here, they're all pretty good because on the 0.7 nozzle, the layers tended to be too far apart sometimes. And as you can see here, yeah, it's kind of a pain getting the camera in focus. Um, but it worked, so that's pretty good, I would say. Um, on the print here worked pretty well. Beside here, what happened is I think the extruder was going making the filament go back and forth a bit, and what happened is it kind of like the little screw that's in there grinded against here and it lost traction. And here actually, once it was doing that, I just pushed it up a bit more as it was extruding. And that way, it was much easier. That way, it would actually was able to keep on extruding. So here had a bit of a lag, maybe I would say. Took like 59 minutes to make this, and I had people ask me what do I do when I 3D print. Most of the time, I don't know, study, but I tend not to do that because it can be pretty distracting, um, the noise of the motors. So that's why I usually only print on my free time, and especially I 3D print when I'm maybe playing a video game with a friend. That's why I did this. I was playing a video game, a game of Civilization with my friends, and I decided to make a bit 3D print just to do something in the meantime and probably come out with something cool by the end of the day. So that's pretty good, I would say. This is the red filament, as you probably saw, the spool holder. So nothing new really. Um, Same stuff. Haven't printed anything new. Actually, I threw it away though. I reprinted a glider that I got from Thingiverse. I think that glider is just badly designed, maybe because it came out bad. It came out with the wrong measurements and the pieces just didn't fit together. So that's after printing it 3 times. I don't think it's the printer's fault, but the actual design flaw, which can happen. I mean, you get that stuff for free, so you should expect some of that stuff. Um, this was printed on 20% infill, mostly because 20% because at 10%, there wouldn't be enough lines going across because I did line infill, not concentric. I don't know. Concentric takes a bit longer than line sometimes, so that's why I chose line. Probably should have done concentric, you know. But I did 20% because then there would be enough lines, so the top layers here, the one that actually close off everything, would have something to stick to and don't actually sag or sink down, because that would have been a problem, or at least I think it would have been a problem since um, I only did this print once with 20%. Maybe I'm gonna do it with 10 just to see what happens and stop it halfway through. One cool thing I got from my dad is he gave me this. I think it's blue steel just because it's blue and it smells like steel. Um, it's I used it as a spatula, although because it's being really, I can't really figure out how to get the prints off the print bed without completely obliterating the tape. Which, I mean, I have a pretty big roll, but if I ever think of going big and start selling iPhone cases, this is gonna be a pretty big expensive. Every single print I have to keep on replacing this. So if you get, I did these stick glue, but I don't know, changed it now. With the new settings, it works as well as without it. So um, actually, sometimes it would make the the skirt layer not stick well, the glue, just because it would kind of be not sticky enough sometimes. So they have to wait for it to dry just to the right point where it's not powdery, because sometimes it could get powdery, or too liquid for the printer or the plastic to adhere. So I abandoned that. You can keep doing it if it works well for you. Probably gonna try out with different kinds of glue. Maybe um, the other Elmer's type glue where the it's actually liquid form, which probably that one would work. Just paint it without a brush. But other than that, I need to figure out a way how to extract the prints from the print bed without destroying the tape. If you have any suggestions, comment it. If you have any questions, comment that too. I might be able to answer. Um, Suggestion is go to Reddit r slash reddit.com r slash 3D printing. It's a really neat community, I think, for answering 3D printing related questions. And they also have sometimes really cool articles of the innovations of 3D printing and how it's changing the world. So, um, thank you for watching, and thank you for following me throughout my learning experience with this beautiful machine, which I still have to do a cleanup of the wires behind. But I'll do it maybe winter break that's coming up in February, because I'm going to be home from school for a week, and I can probably get everything down, fix everything, and hopefully, I don't know, fix these wires. I mean, they're not posing any problems so far. So maybe my dad told me to move this one because he thought that dragging across here would consume the wire here. I don't think so. Maybe I'll do it. I just wanted to be out of the way. So thank you, and see you next time.